everyone, my name is MJ Vilches, and welcome to part 3 of TUP this month's September's TUP Art Challenge art stream. And yeah, for this month, we're going to be working on chapters 21 to 22, and I've chosen Tick's awesome, noble, and her last acts towards the princess in the books. And yeah, before going on, I just want to have a bit of a disclaimer that this stream will have some spoilers in it on about the book Gregor the Overlander by Suzanne Collins. So yeah, just a little heads up on that. But yeah, like I said, this is part 3, and I really should be changing that transition now. But yeah, this is part 3, and for this part, we're gonna be drawing the bridge part, from inking to coloring. We're gonna do all that hopefully in an hour. So yeah, without further ado, let's get to it. So anyways, on the previous parts, we've colored the rats here on the foreground layer. So this is, by the way, we're doing 3D with 2D artwork here, and this is going to be like a motion comic cinematic kind of thing. And yeah, in the previous part we did the rats. So for this part, we're gonna be working on the bridge, and we're gonna be working on the bridge, do some inking, and then also do the colors. So for the bridge, I might do some array modifier action happening here. I think I'm going to start with the ramps, with the ones in the middle here, and we'll see what we can do. I'm probably gonna do some I'm gonna end up doing some trial and errors, but yeah, I'm gonna try and use an array modifier on a grease pencil objects. Yeah, let's just go and do that. So apparently I named this sketch, supposed to be rats, and it looks like, yeah, I put the rats on a sketch grease pencil object in the previous part, but it's fine, I guess. We can work with that as long as they're like separated in layers. Anyways, for the next part, which is the bridge, I'm gonna be using a different grease pencil object. So the bridge will have 2 grease pencil objects, one for the steps or whatever it is called here, and then one for the railings. So I need to turn on overlays here so we see. I actually set up a bit of a lighting here just for the thumbnail, but we're gonna be working on the lights some other time on a different future part of this series. And yeah, I've just added a grease pencil object, which is right there, and that's not what I want. I want the grease pencil object to be right here, because I'm gonna be applying an array modifier. And yeah, this is actually just a test, and we'll see if this even works. So I'm gonna add a bridge right here. So first thing I'm gonna do is hide the other elements here. Also hide tick. And we are going to be focusing on the grease pencil object right here. So I'm gonna numpad period on that. So we're focused on this blank grease pencil object. So I'm gonna go to draw mode, and I'm probably not gonna be using a blank ink for the grease pen for the step area. So just trying to figure out. So the origin is here. I have to shift S cursor to select it on that, so that we know that there's the origin right there, because the origin is not visible in draw mode. And I'm also going to set the stroke placement to origin. And the first thing we're gonna do, I'm gonna add a new layer. I'm gonna do a bit of a cheating here. So steps, this is gonna be top. I'm gonna make 2 layers, and then steps front. I'm gonna set both of these layers to 3D layers. So it's gotta be viewport. It's not viewport display. It's in strokes, and then set that to 3D location, and this one as well, 3D location. So I'm gonna start with the top one. I'm gonna get a box. I'm actually gonna do a material first. So yeah, Mbuddy, NJ Studio. Welcome to the stream, by the way, and thanks for watching. And yeah, this week there's a lot of progress this week. So, and I plan to keep doing something like that every week forever, hopefully, if I can keep going with this kind of job. But anyways, I'm gonna make a material here, and I'm gonna start with top. I'm gonna set this to fill. I'm gonna get like a stone material, probably a bluish stone material, or maybe leaning into more green. I'm gonna start with the ones, and this is the top material, and I'm just going to have to turn on the sketch again, actually, so we know how wide the bridge will be. And then I've set it to box, and I'm just gonna do something like this for the steps. So I'm gonna enter that and just move it around till we follow our sketch here. And we'll see soon if the array modifier in Grease Pencil works. So I'm gonna hide this again. Bridge steps. I'm not really sure about the terms I'm using here. But I'm using like the floor part of the bridge as I'm naming the floor part of the bridge steps, and the railings will be railings. Or I don't know. I'm just gonna use railings or something. But anyways, let's make another material for the bridge of steps front. So I'm just gonna get this, duplicate that, and rename it front. And I'm going to make this one darker. I'm just going to try and go to wireframe view so we can see. And then I'm gonna grab here. It's somewhere there. I'm pretty sure it's there. You can't see it because it's in wireframe view. But now we should have. Wait, I need to go back here. Something like this. Something that only faces the camera. Kind of, yeah, something like that for the steps. I'm also gonna add more to it. I'm gonna add a new material. Let's see if we already have a material for. No, we don't, so we're gonna create another material, and this is going to be a material that we'll be using for the rope, but it's made out of web. So I'm gonna name it rope web, because the thing that's holding the bridge together is not a rope, it's a web. Because in the books it's described that the bridge was made by a bunch of species in the underland helping together to make the bridge. So it's like a it's like a mixture of a bunch of like craftsmanship from different species. So the stone steps was made by humans, and the rope was done by the spinners or the giant spiders, and so on. So let's see. I'm gonna test this stroke placement, and let's see if it works. Or maybe let's see if what I'm going to try to do here work. So I'm going to add a new layer and name this steps rope _rope. I'm gonna lock all the other layers. And let's see if I can actually draw. Oh, there we go, it works. So I'm going to use a different, probably a rough ink here. That might give us a nice, like, web-like look, as you can see here. Why wasn't that working? So I have to make sure I draw on the stroke and not outside of it. The bridge is half 2D, half 3D, because these are 2D grease pencil strokes. This right here. So it's going to be half 3D, half 2D, because we're using the 2D grease pencil to create the bridge. So yeah, everybody, it's going to be like half 2D, half 3D, because we're still using the 2D grease pencil, but we're kind of doing it in a 3D way. So I'm gonna Control L this part, and I'm just gonna Shift D here, and Shift D that to the other side here. That's kind of what's going to be the part that holds the bridge together. The web that's making sure that everything's still intact. I'm gonna Control L that. It should look something like that in the camera. I'm going to try to use array modifier to like make more of this. So this is a 2D grease pencil object, and I'm like treating it like it's 3D. So I'm gonna add more here. Maybe I can do something like this here. So that's the web that's securing the rope bridge. And if you don't understand what I'm doing, you'll soon understand once I add the array modifier, if it actually works. So anyways, we have our one like stone slab here. Let's try and add an array modifier to it. And I think I'm gonna zero the X factor, the X location factor. I'm gonna tweak the Y one, and then I'm gonna add count. And as you can see, we have multiple steps for our bridge, but I need to curve that, so I'm going to have to add a curve here to what's this randomize. Okay, I think I'm gonna use this randomize here for the X, because it's like an old bridge. And just look at how that looks. Nice, looks awesome. And probably also going to like randomize the Y, I mean the X rotation as well, if it works. Oh, it's kind of working. Just to make it maybe 5 degrees on this one. But yeah, this is the part where I'm probably gonna end up doing some trial and errors, because I'm gonna try and figure out how to set up this one so that it follows a curve. So I'm gonna add a curve object here. I'm gonna use a Bezier curve, and let's see if we can do this. Actually, let me delete that. I'm going to add something. I'm actually trying to recall a tutorial I watched a while back, and hopefully my mind can still remember it. I'm gonna add extra objects, add curve extra objects add-on. I'm gonna enable it. Save preferences. It auto save preferences, but you know, I always just save it again. So I'm going to add a point, the point curve, and I'm going to extrude it towards the y-axis if it even works. So we have a point here. We're in edit mode. So there's the point. I'm gonna extrude it to the y-axis. And I'm going to be following our reference here to determine how long it will be. I'm gonna extrude again to y-axis and to the end there. I'm gonna scale Alt S. Nope, not working. So I'm not. This is, like I said, this is the part where I'm gonna be doing some trial and errors, and I'm not sure if I'm doing it right. I'm gonna make that 3D. And we'll see what we can do here. I'm going to try. Is it V automatic? So that it's curved smoothly. And let's see how we can apply our array to our object offset. I'm not really sure about this. This is the part that I'm not sure about what I'm doing. Bridge. I'm going to rename the curve object to bridge curve. That's supposed to be underscore. Let's see if we can make this work. It's bridge curve. Yeah, no, probably not this one. So this is the part that's going to be difficult. If all else fails, I'm probably gonna do it manually. But let's try and figure out this curve here. Let's just see if we can actually make this happen. And I'm not even sure if the same things apply to like a grease pencil object. Maybe it's different for a grease pencil object, but we'll see. We'll see. So this needs to curve. What is this? So what are these influence? Ah, okay. So you can just pick which part of the grease pencil object you can array. Hey there, John Hartman. Welcome to the stream. Right now we're trying to figure out how to like connect this grease pencil object bridge to the curve, and I don't think it's possible, but I'm going to try anyway and see if it is indeed possible. But so far I'm kind of losing hope of it working. So I'm just gonna tab into edit mode there and unlock some of our strokes, and I'm going to scale it on the x-axis to make it wider so it follows our sketch. So now let's see. See, I don't think we can control the curves. We can control the grease pencil object with the curves. Is it gonna be hook? Or so yeah, like I said, a lot of trial and errors on this part, and we're probably gonna end up not even using what we're doing here. I'm going to try bridge curve. Not sure if that's working. Hook just kind of make it follow, not deforming it. I don't think it's doable for a grease pencil object, because if we like go to the cube here, there's a deform that let me try doing it here, see if it follows the curve. This is not the grease pencil object. This is the mesh object. We're gonna try to do this curve, bridge curve, form Y. Yeah, it really does work for the mesh object and not the grease pencil object. But because we're not, because I want to use the grease pencil object, we have I'm going to have to do it manually. So I'm gonna delete that default cube. And since if we go to the modifier here, modifier of the grease pencil object, it doesn't have the curves deform modifier, which hopefully will be added in the future. But for now, fortunately, the curve option is not. It's not gonna work for us. Hello, Michael. Welcome. Right now, I'm trying to do the bridge part, and what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna keep going until we cover all of the bridge here. And it looks like there's a limit to how much we can put here. Or maybe it's limited to, or not. There's no limit. Never mind. So yeah, it reached like the bank there. Or like the other end of the canyon. It's supposed to be like a canyon or something. Yeah, but I think a canyon. And then there's a river here with piranhas. Piranhas. Okay, not sure how to pronounce that one. Piranhas. Piranha in Tagalog. Anyway. So we have that. And so that we avoid problems and we can go back to where we started, I'm gonna shift D this to create a backup, and then I'm just gonna hide it. Also not gonna include it in the render because this is gonna be like a backup, and we're gonna apply the array modifier for this one if we can. Yes, we can. So I'm gonna apply the array modifier for the bridge. So now we have that, and I can now grab the middle part here and just drag it. And using the proportional editing, we can see we can kind of curve it, or we can curve it. So I'm gonna Control L. I have to make sure that I also grab the parts right here. Control L and turn proportional editing. I'm gonna uncheck connected only, and we are going to drag it down, increase the influence. So let's go further here so we see all of the bridge. So I'm just gonna do something like that. Maybe that'll work. Maybe I need to set it sphere so that it, yeah, the deformation is kind of spherical. So something like this may work. And I'm just gonna rotate it around. And let's see how that looks. It doesn't look great in this view. I might have to drag parts of the bridge here. Hey Michael, hey Michael, I'm actually doing that right now, but it's in Filipino. But yeah, in the future, I will also be doing English streams, creating like a full 3D character from start to finish. That's what I'm doing right now for the Filipino streams. And soon, when I'm gonna be like modeling Luxa and the others, I might do a time lapse or a stream of that. Just keep an eye out. But yeah, there we go. Our bridge. It's looking great. And I'm also going to grab, since this is going to be like a 2D. So yeah, that RTX thing, I can't even test that. Michael the furry cat, because I don't have that. I can't afford that. So yeah, I did not, I did not give myself knowledge in that area because, yeah, like I said, I can't afford it. But yeah, I guess that's that RTX thing now, where I don't know. I don't really know much about that thing. But anyways, I'm gonna keep going here. So we have the bridge. Unfortunately, it covers up some of the rats here, but I think that's fixable by doing something like this. I'm gonna delete these parts here. Point. Let's see if, yeah, I'm going to have to set the rats layers to 3D location as well, because as you can see, the bridge is overlapping. It is on the top of the rat layer there. So I'm going to have to set them to 3D location so that everything, yeah, I think the rest is 3D location now. Probably some of the parts here are not, and now because we have that 3D location set up with the rest, we're going to have to do a bit of tweaking. So I'm going to move the paw. I'm going to move the lines slightly in front. So I'm gonna go unlock all of the lines here. Line, 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 line. I'm gonna unlock all of that. I'm gonna tab to edit mode, select all of that. I'm just gonna move it slightly to the y-axis, just so it is not. Actually, I'm gonna move it further. Maybe something like that. And I hope that doesn't affect the parallax. Now I'm gonna unlock those, and I'm gonna unlock all of the snout fill and the paw fill. Let's see. So paw fill. I'm gonna move it slightly back. Or actually, for that one, it's fine that it stays there. For these guys right here. So I'm gonna deselect that. And GY, probably this will work. And yeah, because we set it to 3D location, we're having weird artifacts now that we'll have to deal with. I'm going to try to set the bridge to 2D. I'm gonna bring them back to 2D location. Let's see. I'm in 2D layers. I'm also gonna try and do that on the bridge. 2D layers. 2D layers. Oh, I think I know what the problem is now. So I'm gonna set 3D location for the ropes, 3D location for the rest. Oh, they automatically change. If you change one, the rest also change. Well, that's kinda useful. But now we're having some really huge problems here. So because this is on top of our, there's gotta be a way to like to put this layers, rat layers on top of the bridge layers. Okay. A new problem has risen. I guess the only real solution is to set this to 3D location. And I'm going to do some editing on the rats off recording because it's tedious to like deal with it. So yeah, I'm gonna do some this artifacts. I'm gonna get rid of those. I'm gonna edit it off recording so that you don't have to like see the pain of having to fix that. But anyways, I'm gonna keep going with the bridge here for now. So bridge steps. I'm gonna add another grease pencil object here. Shift S cursor to world origin, or Shift S cursor to selected, so that the bridge steps and the bridge kind of railings, or whatever is the term for that, bridge rope. I'm just gonna call it rope, but rope web. It's this part that's where you can hold. I'm not really great at terminologies, but anyways, yeah, I'm gonna draw something for the railing areas right here. So anyways, yeah, let's do this thing. Gonna add a new layer, rope web 1. So yeah, if you know the terms for what it is, this part here of the bridge, if you know what the terms are, you could feel free to like tell me in the chats or comments. But yeah, I'm just gonna go and do this. I'm using a line and the ink pen and the rough ink pen, which doesn't seem to be working that much for the. Actually, it's working, but it's just stretched so far that it doesn't seem like it is working. So I'm in the rope web. Just make sure that that's the case. And it looks like it is. I'm just gonna Shift D this, move it down right here. Excuse me. I'll really move it. Turn off the proportional editing for now. Move it back up a little bit. Then we're gonna draw the rest of the parts, so should be fine here. I'm gonna put the cursor right on these lines here. I'm gonna set the stroke placement to origin. I'm just gonna draw the rest. I'm gonna draw this crisscross pattern. And as much as possible, I want to make it look like it's a web. So maybe something like that. Or maybe, you know, like how a web is formed. Something like this. And might even add more here, just to kind of secure that part. And we'll have to do that multiple times, which is not gonna be that much of a problem. I'm gonna start with the X's first. So just some web-like parts of like the bridge here. So just drawing that until we reach the end. So this will be fun to also figure out in 3D, like figuring out how to do this, and then it has to also be animated. So the whole bridge is gonna be rigged if it's in 3D. And it's gonna be one of the most. It looks simple, but it's gonna be like a complicated model. And yeah, I wasn't drawing. Why is that? Oh man! Did I Control Z or something? Shift S selection to cursor, keep offset. Shift S should be keep up. What is? I'm gonna use the scale thing instead of the Shift S. 3D cursor SX0, and that just snaps it right on the 3D cursor. So we're fine now. I gotta go back to draw mode and this time set this to 3D cursor. So yeah, not a big of a problem on that end. Easily fixable. Don't have to like do things all over again. So just gonna keep going here. Something like that. And did I hide the rat? Why am I not seeing all the other elements here? Object mode. Okay. What's happening here? What's... Looks like I did something. Because we lost everything else. Did I hide it? Okay, what's happening here? What did I do? Why are the others gone? Okay, I'm gonna have to control Z. I'm gonna have to control Z. Or actually, no. Here we go, guys. We're having some big problems right now. I'm not sure. Oh, I must have pressed something that isolated this to the viewport here. That made me only see this. But what have I done is the question. Because even if I set to object mode, all of our other well, yep, we got ourselves a problem. I'm not sure what I did that hid all the other stuff here except for this part. Oh man, well, it's still visible in the layout. So I did something here. It's fine, because they're all still there. I just can't see them in 2D animation for some reason. So yeah, I must have pressed something that disabled the rest. So I'm going to keep going, assuming that everything is fine and there's nothing to worry about. But I really do need the sketch though, and I'm not sure what I did that kind of isolated this guy. To be the only thing visible in the viewport right now. Oh boy. But anyways, I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going. Oh boy. Oh boy. So we have the 3D cursor there. Select everything. For some reason, what's happening here? I also cannot see the lines. No. I don't want to mess around with the stuff here. We're doomed. You're so doomed. SX0. As long as it's visible in the layout, I think we're fine. Because here, it's visible, but in 2D animation, I pressed something. So this is something that you're probably also going to end up doing in Blender so much. Pressing something and then suddenly a lot of things are gone. You don't know what you did. Wait, did I hide them? No, object mode, Alt H. No, they're not hidden. So what's the deal here? Okay, tell you what, I'm gonna keep going. Because, as I said, it's fine in the layout. It's just really not showing into the animation. So yeah, let's just not be caught up on that for now. And focus more on finishing this web. This web rope bridge thingy. So something like that. So I'm just really proceeding here assuming things are fine. I can't see the other parts. But we're fine. We're gonna keep going. 3. Control Z. I wonder what I pressed. I'm going to have to rewatch this so that when a problem like this arises in the future, I can easily fix it. Yeah, I'm going to have to rewatch this to know what I did to hide all the other objects here except the one that I'm working on. It's got to be like a simple keyboard shortcut that I just don't know what. And so it just hid all of the other objects that I'm not working on. Only showing this object, this grease pencil object right here. So I'm going to really figure out what's causing that along the way here. And probably before the stream ends, we're gonna figure out what happens. But for now, I'm gonna keep going. So just finishing, let's just finish this here. Do some web-like patterns. Just finish the bridge part, this railing part right here. So something like that. Like here. And hopefully we're gonna figure out what happened to this before the stream ends. But I don't want to spend too much time trying to figure that out. So we're just gonna keep going here for now. So just doing something like this. And we're still not sure how this will look in the camera, so we're gonna check that out soon. So something like that, and I think that works here now. So that's one part of the bridge. I'm gonna go to object mode. It would be very helpful. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna delete this. I'm gonna delete this workspace. I'm gonna add a new workspace to the animation, and there we go. We're back. But I really do want to figure out how I like did how I ended up like hiding all of the other objects there. I want to figure that out. But yeah, right now, hopefully this doesn't affect the stream. It's shader we're doing some compiling the shader because I switched to a new workspace. And yeah, we're back. We're back in business. I just need to set things up again. Make this darker. And we can keep going. So I'm going to tab to edit mode and follow the shape of the bridge here for this rope web thingy-majingy. I'm sorry, I'm not great with terminologies. So I'm just gonna GZ. Probably not that much. Just follow the bridge here. Something like this, maybe. So just follow like the shape of our bridge. I'm also gonna do the same for here. I'm gonna need to set the pivot point to median point. Just do something like this, maybe. So I'm going to have to like move parts of that. Move this down here. I'm going to have to set the connected only option here, so I can grab this guy back. And also bring back parts here. So yeah, I'm going. Oh, I'm not really sure what I pressed to like cause that object hiding, but it's fixed now. So let's see. I need to go to uncheck connected only. I need to bring back parts of the bridge here. I guess that's fine. It's not gonna be that visible anyway. Object mode. And I'm also going to let's see what we can do here. So that's following that. I'm gonna hide the rats for now. I'm going to need to move the rope straight to those parts right there. I'm gonna select this part, GX. That should be good. I'm also going to have to bring back this guy right here. And I'm just gonna go select everything, Shift D, move it to the X-axis, move it to the other side here. And just adjust things. So we're back. I'm going to need to lower the influence there. So there we go, we have our bridge. One last thing I need to add is let me just go to the rats layer. I should have really separated this. I'm gonna hide this for now, all the rat layers, so we are focused more on the bridge. So I need that. So the last thing I need to add is like the parts, like the posts here. Just going to be made of stone because wood is not really that accessible in the Underland. I'm gonna shift S cursor to select it here. I'm gonna add a new layer. I'm gonna lock the rope web. Name this post, just post. And I'm just gonna gently draw like a stone slab kind of thing here. So I have to make sure that I'm in the rope web. And why is there no material here? That's weird. Need to select the rope web, draw. Is the rope web not using any material? Or did I draw? No, I'm selecting the rope web. Anyway, I'm not gonna think much about it, but as you can see, rope web materials seems to be, it's not here. But anyways, I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going. I am not gonna dwell on that. Oopsie. Yeah, that's... Yep. I'm going to have to... No. Control Z that. Why is rope web not here? So apparently I did not use any material when drawing the web. Sorry about this, guys. Yeah. I should have told you this before, but yeah, this is gonna be like a janky video stream, a janky stream of processes, and we're gonna be doing some. We're gonna be making some mistakes. So yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna keep going. I have to make sure that the cursor. I'm gonna show the 3D cursor here. I gotta make sure that the cursor. Let's unlock the rope web for now, because I need to put the cursor right here. Cursor to select it. And then let's draw the post in front view, which is going to be like this. So I'm gonna add a new material, bridge steps, probably this one. That color would be nice. I'm gonna go to front view orthographic. I'm just gonna draw something like this. That's like serving like a post, a stone slab post, or a stone post right there. That's supporting the bridge on each of the end. And we need to make sure that this is 3D location. So it's right behind the other layers. Actually also going to, just to double the certainty that this post is behind the rope web layer, let's just put that down there on the layer. So we have our post here. I can probably add more by doing this. I'm gonna pick a color, this. And this part should be like a... This part is like the torch area, but it's not lit. It's just kind of like a part of the bridge where you can like light it up on top here. You can put a fire here, so that, you know, the bridge is lit up. But during this time where they reach this bridge, this is not lit up. So I can just leave it like that. And I'm gonna shift D this, move it the Z-axis, X-axis. And after that, I'm gonna draw mode again. I'm gonna select web, and I'm just going to draw like webs here, something like that. I'm going to go to front view to do this, orthographic front view. I'm just gonna draw something like this, because this is the part where, like, really, because this is stone, so the web should be really thick around this area. And there are parts connected to the ground right there, and more kind of web-like patterns. This part as well. So yeah, the rest of the like questers or Luxa. This is Luxa right here, like cutting this part. This is Henry cutting that part, which I'm also going to draw something on. So I'm gonna also draw something like this right here. Just quick, like random web-like thingy. Just to give the illusion that this is a bridge held together by a bunch of stuff. So there we go. That should be the bridge area. And go to object mode. And I think at this point we're done with the bridge. So we have our bridge here. Let me turn on the rats. And let's see. I'm gonna turn on the rats. The rat layers. And I'm gonna turn off the bridge sketch. And then we're gonna try and move the camera here. So yeah, it's looking great. Actually pretty satisfied with how this turned out. Because we have our bridge there. And if we look at this in like a rendered view mode, Let me turn on the lighting, the quick lighting that I set up here. I'm gonna turn that on, and let's go to rendered view mode. Rendered view. And let's see how this looks. So this might make the stream stutter. Just drank a bit of coffee there. And yeah, I'm gonna wait for the shaders to like compile. And yeah, so far it's looking like this. Gregor's like flashlight. The light will mostly be coming from Gregor's flashlight. If I turn this on, Gregor's flashlight should be like right here. And yeah, most of the light comes from his flashlight. I'm probably gonna move this like rat leader back more. Yeah, let me select the camera again. So yeah, this is how our artwork is looking so far. It's going to be like a bloom on this part because Gregor's flashlight is like the source of light here. And I need to move this further back actually. I'm gonna go just so we can like previs this whole thing. So yeah, Gregor's flashlight would be right there. And I'm going to add like an edge lighting and stuff. But yeah, the 2D grease pencil is reacting to the light nicely, which is what we want. And I'm going to try and decrease the size of this. Maybe increase the blend more. So it's not going to be that visible. Maybe increase the size a bit. So we see. But yeah, we're going to be setting up the lighting on a different part. But for now, yeah, it's looking great. I just need to fix like the layers here so that this doesn't happen. But yeah, at this point, we have our bridge, which is the aim for this part. And we did it inside an hour. So that's pretty great. So yeah, I think we're done with this part. we're done with this part. Our stick right there. This is gonna be tick is probably gonna be rendered in cycles, and the rest, the 2D parts, is gonna be rendered in layers. So we're gonna be doing some separate renders for this. But right now we're done with the bridge, and for the next part, which is tomorrow, we're gonna be working on like the background here, the whole background area here. And then after that, maybe we can also fit in the rest of the crew here. We'll see. But for now, yes, we're done with the bridge. We have a nice 2D bridge here, but actually 3D. It's made using 2D grease pencil, but it's kind of 3D. It's pretty confusing. Anyways, yeah, we're done. We've made our bridge, and for the next part, as I said, is the whole background. So yeah, that's all for now. Thank you so much for watching. And yeah, it's already 58 minutes. So yeah, we did this whole thing for like inside an hour. It could have been reduced to 30 minutes if I didn't encounter some issues and didn't have to fix some stuff. But yeah, I think, yeah, I'm gonna finish it here. Thanks for watching. Thank you for Mbuddy for watching, and to the 4 concurrent viewers that I have right now. And hopefully I added something to your Blender learning. And yeah, I also want to thank my recent KoFi giver, GulliermoGage. Thank you so much for giving me a bunch of golden doodle fuels. And yeah, also thanks to all of the other KoFi supporters that I have, the ones that's given once and the ones that's keeping on giving all the time. That's Magnolia Weathershield, Erick Madrigal, Munie, Tristan Wintle, GulliermoGage, and Mbuddy, of course. Thank you so much to you guys. And yeah, if you find the stuff that I'm doing helpful, you can help me, keep on doing this by supporting me in KoFi. Here's the link, ko-fi.com/doodlenosproductions. Support me there if you want me to keep going with this thing, make more videos that's gonna help you in your Blender learning, and just make films and animations and share to you how I do them. So yeah, I think that's all for now. Thanks for watching. I am MJ Vilches, and yeah, I need to do some physics simulations today for episode 1 because yeah, I'm almost done with it.